Well, with the price of just about everything skyrocketing these days, we're always looking for ways to save a buck or two or three or four or five.
Yeah.
It can be at the grocery store or the gas station, but you can start right at home.
Our next guests are here to tell us how we can start seeing the savings on the electric bill. Marco Duchowski is the owner of Royal Plus Electric in Ocean City, and then Michael Pankow is the owner of Ultra Solar and Wind Solutions, also headquartered in Ocean City. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I cannot wait to get in the middle of this because we have got so many questions. Mark, let me start with you.
Okay.
It's beginning to warm up. I turned on my air conditioner
Yeah.
not too long ago, but I've got ceiling fans too. I've got room fans. Which is going to be better for me, the air conditioner or the fan?
Well, just simply, obviously, the fans draw a lot of less electricity. It's about math. And at the end of the day, if you use a scenario of a 30 amp compressor on the outside, obviously based upon your kilowatt usage, and everybody's situation is different, that's a higher demand consumptive use appliance.
Okay.
Fans draw a lot less. We did a chart and an equation, but fans are run you roughly about 20 to 50 bucks a year to run versus you're looking about just under $3,000 for a full house compressor to run on an average house. And again, it's different for each scenario, but it's considerable savings. Less is more in running electricity.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's all about the math.
It's all about the math.
Yeah, the math. Now, what about the little things? You know, we talk about the little things that suck up electricity, like, you know, those little plug-in air fresheners.
Plug-in air freshener, it's very negligible. Normally it's like a 15-watt light bulb that's in those, and actually the heat from the light bulb heats up the fragrance, and that's what you smell. We did the equation based upon a 15-watt light bulb running 24 hours a day based upon 8.5 cents a kilowatt hour. Runs about 11 bucks a year to run, so that's really negligible. They don't really impact your bill a whole lot. So
you need to handle the big things first.
well, it all matters, and it all does add up. However, you know, once you start with the big things and you cut those down first, then you can go to the little things, in my opinion.
Heating and air conditioning, what's the best thing I can do with that?
Heating and conditioning, one of the things you can do is obviously turn your thermostat back, number one. Number two, you can also put a programmable thermostat. Obviously, we're all here right now, we're not at home. If you program it to ramp down when you're not in the area and then come back up, there's thermostats, for instance, right here that can be purchased pretty much at any hardware store or any local electric store.
Right.
And what you do is you program this to fit your needs. So when you get back home, an hour before it ramps back up, so when you get home, the area is conditioned again back to a comfort level.
All right. Now, Michael, you take it even a step further, and you're talking about generating electricity with solar panels. Tell us about that.
Solar panels, wind, we're all about generating electricity. We have plenty of electricity that's free. We can harness it from the solar, from the wind. It's the only thing that we can make on our own. I can't go outside and dig out coal from my yard. I can't go and dig out gasoline out of the ground, but I can make electricity for free every day from the sun and from the wind. So the point is, generation of it, now we get paid for our power in our states. We're in the top 5 states in Maryland, Delaware, for our SRECs, solar renewable energy credits, or wind renewable energy credits.
So you've got solar panels.
Correct.
And we're all familiar with like the huge wind turbine at University of Delaware. There's at Chesapeake College. And this is actually a different design of a wind turbine, is that right?
That's correct. This is the world's first silent, bird-friendly wind system, passed by UNESCO Worldwide Preserve for being silent and bird-friendly. It's called the Marilyn. If you would kick it up, you can kind of see how it looks more like Marilyn Monroe's skirt. And that's why, hence the name Marilyn. It only spins in one direction. It's self-braking. It's very important for coastal zones where we hit a lot of large wind gusts. Bottom line, it's the most affordable, powerful wind system that you can purchase right now.
How about that?
And very applicable. It's all about being integrated into our real estate, and this doesn't need to go on a pole, doesn't need all the space. So it's a much more applicable product.
All right, so let me ask you real quick. One of the things you were talking about is energy being used at my house when I'm not there. I've got a water heater, and it keeps the water hot all the time.
Same situation. Right now, you're having that whole full tank of water being heated to 120 degrees, whatever you have it set at, and you're not using it. One of the things, and simple thing to do, is again, you can use that same equation like we use on the air conditioning for a 30 amp appliance, which is very similar to a hot water heater, and that runs roughly about $3,000 a year to run 24 hours a day. If you are heating that 24 hours a day and you took a time clock and you had to turn on, say you went to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, we had to turn on at 5 to bring that tank up and fill the tank full of warm water, and then you left at 7. You can have a time clock, turn it on and turn it off during those time periods, and then basically have off during the day. If you're coming home at 5 o'clock in the evening, have a kick back on at 4, run through 8 o'clock. If you run the whole hot water heater roughly 5-6 hours a day versus 24 hours a day, obviously you're going to cut that bill down by 75%. So that'll save you about $2,000 a year. And then install a time clock, you're talking $200, $250, including a service call complete. So that is a tremendous savings for something that's pretty simple.
It's all about the math.
All about the math.
It's all about the math. Mark, Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good information.
Some awesome stuff.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember all this, but that's terrific stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, up next on Delmarva Life, tips from the experts at the VCA Delmarva Animal Hospital in Berlin.
What you need to know when it comes to helping your pet live a long and healthy life. Delmarva Life at its best here on Delmarva.